All right, learning activity 3. So, chapter 4 in Jacobs and then part 3 in Townsend Cloud. So, you'll see that there is so many overlapping variables in each of these sections that you're going to be reading. Relatively short, too. So, read through them. They'll give you some great ideas for how to structure the planning part. So, that's what you're going to be doing in this learning activity is putting together basically the intro and what your criteria is for them getting into your groups. So he talks about 4 considerations for establishing a group. I think these are great. How many sessions? When will the group meet? Who should the members be? How will the members be screened? So I like individual screening, but a lot of times you'll just market it to counselors and say, hey, do you have any people that fit this criteria? So make sure you come up with a criteria so that you can present that to them. And then they just refer them, and you hope that they do a good job, but sometimes they don't, and so you just pull that member aside and say, hey, I think you need a few sessions with me or with your therapist, and I want you to work on X, Y, and Z, and then I want you to come back because I think it'll be like running a race with a cast on. You'll get to the finish, it'll just take you a lot longer unless you take time and go into a session with your own counselor or with me and work for 3 sessions, and we get this block out of the way. So I have a piece I want to share with you that goes beyond. So these are the rules that they'll use with Gestalt membership, and it's real nice and simple. So one or more needs that fit the goals of the group is one criteria that they use. Second one is no extreme behaviors, so no organicity, like a bipolar that's not controlled. No psychosis, so they're not staying in fantasy land too long. No withdrawn people, and no aggression. So no extreme behaviors. And so that's the whole piece of maybe they need 3 sessions outside of it to learn those skills. 3 is some capacity to live with rules and norms. 4 is a heterogeneous group, so group of male and female, all as much diversity as you can get into a group will bring the group alive. And then never include one of anything. So try not to just get teen moms in a group that are suburban. I mean, you want to find as many different areas or different walks of life and include them into your group. You'll have a much easier time running groups. So so they'll go into talking about big picture planning. So talking about what the first, second, third picture or third phase of group looks like. I think he's going too quick in this part. This is from Jacobs. So I would just pay attention to just the objectives in this learning activity. And some of the sections in Jacobs, I think, jump a little bit ahead. So yeah, so frequent mistakes while planning is, I think, a good thing to go over, where they're talking about no planning or planning too much or irrelevant or meaningless content or too many exercises. I think those are great to know. You're not going to be able to remember all this stuff as you're running a group, so don't spend too much time learning this part. Spend a lot of time on developing what your criteria is. So that's my feedback for this learning objective. I think it's great. I think you'll get a lot out of it, and I'm looking forward to reading what you guys get going. So good luck.